What's going on, guys? It's the new year and there are a lot of keto newcomers out there. So I thought we would give you the 10 foods any new person on a keto diet must eat.
Or will benefit from, not a must.
Yeah, you don't have to eat all of these, but I'm going to make a case for each one. Here they are, and if you don't agree with this list, comment below, leave us your top 10 list so others can learn from you.
And real quick, guys, we have something super exciting that we launched this month for you guys. JoinTheCurve.com, where we have tons of resources from courses. One that Matt made, one that I made, a lot more. We also have a forum where you can share your journey, you can learn tips and tricks from other people, and you can just make new friends.
Got a meal planner, you input some stats, gives you your macros, and generates a meal plan to meet those macros.
There's shopping guides, there's PDFs, there's a lot of stuff you can just like check out and dabble with.
Let's get on to the list. No particular order, and some of these things are gonna be like, there's no way that's in the top 10. We're just warning you. I'm gonna make the case for each item though. Number one, I think everyone can agree with, eggs.
I don't think there even needs to be a case made for these.
The most delicious,
perfect
nutritious,
macros.
Mother Nature's perfect food. They're good in recipes, they're good just cooked on their own.
Very filling.
And the price, unmatched. If you're going bottom of the shelf, pink carton at Walmart.
Or like the 60 pack at Walmart.
You're paying like 4 cents an egg.
Very budget friendly, so that's great. So eggs are eggs. Don't throw out the yolks. We used to do that, remember?
Sometimes I throw out the whites, or I give the whites to Julius.
Julius is just beneath us, or he's bodybuilding.
He's not bodybuilding.
Number two, mug cakes. I know you expected us to say liver or broccoli or something that, you know, you'll see like a lot on social media, but mug cakes are fun. They satisfy a craving in a guilt-free way for us, so we like to make them even on a nightly basis. We'll go in patterns, right? Like make them right after dinner.
Yes.
Satisfies the craving and just a really good top off for the night.
So if you're a normal person watching this, you're probably thinking, what is a mug cake? A mug cake is a 0-carb dessert that you can make in under 5 minutes. That's why it's so great. And there's no cleanup, except for a mug. So what you need is these 5 ingredients. This is the baseline. Butter, protein powder, heavy cream, egg, baking powder. Don't forget the baking powder, that's what makes it rise. Butter, melt. Protein powder, scoop. We're doing blueberry today just because that's all we had. 1 egg, cracked. A little splash of heavy cream, maybe a tablespoon or so.
That's like a quarter cup.
Couple pats worth of baking powder. And then we just mix this all together. That's the consistency you're looking for right there. Throw this in the microwave, about 60 to 90 seconds. And that's a mug cake. Steam. This is the type of stuff that keeps you sticking to your diet. Mug cakes. Number 3 is gonna be nuts, because most people out there transitioning from the snack-based American diet, snacking all day, right?
Yeah.
So you need something to replace snack foods. Pork rinds are a good option. Nuts are probably even a better one. I don't know, it's debatable. But nuts are a good option because they can replace your habitual snacking, which is hard to just, you know, snap your fingers and not snack anymore.
Yeah, that's really tough. But something to note is that nuts are very dense in calories.
Yes.
And easy to overeat. What I like to do is I like to portion them out in Ziploc bags.
You can't grab the container of nuts and go to the couch. That just should not be a part of your dieting
I do
plan.
it now.
Don't do it.
It's not
You
great.
do it still?
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, I always grab or like make a little bowl.
That's smart. I should learn from him. But yeah, nuts are great. My favorite nuts are, as of late especially, macadamia nuts. Super high in fat. Probably the highest fat nut out there and really low in carb. And we just get them raw. And then my second favorite is pecans. So this is like the second, I would say, lowest carb nut. So these are 2 great options. And again, like portion them out in Ziploc bags. Quick for like grab and go snacks if you're on the go. Number 4 is animal fats. And we have a lot of different kinds. My personal favorite is duck fat, but there's tallow, there's lard, there's so many out there. And it's such a better quality of nutrients and fat intake than I would say like just getting all of your fat intake from coconut oil or nuts or seeds or something like that.
So usually when you hear healthy fats, what's the picture that comes to mind? Salmon, olive oil, avocados, coconuts, things like that. Plants mainly, and I guess salmon. Salmon somehow makes the cut. I think emphasizing animal fats is the most important part of a keto diet. These contain all the fat-soluble vitamins your body needs where plant fats do not. They're more stable at high heat, so you can cook with these and you're not risking oxidizing a lot of the fats. There's a few brands in stores you can buy. So we have bison beef tallow, duck fat, ghee, This is some more beef tallow. We get tallow a lot because we like to cook with that. It's pretty mild in flavor overall. And then the staple is going to be butter. This is widely available, pretty good quality. You can find it in almost every grocery store now. Number 5 is going to be pizza because it is pretty much the best food there is.
Yeah.
And is it realistic for you to stop eating pizza? If you've been doing keto for a few years, you're probably saying, yeah, I don't eat pizza anymore. If you're new to keto, which is what this video is about,
Yep.
you might want to experiment with keto recipes.
Yeah. We have a great food blog, ketoconnect.net. You can check out those recipes.
Yeah, because a lot of times at the start of the year, you're thinking, I'm just going to snap my fingers cold turkey. I'm just going to do like the whole 30. I heard that's good. You just eat whole foods. It is definitely doable, and it is a better diet than making keto pizzas. Keto pizzas could be part of a sustainable diet that you can stick to. So next year at New Year's, you're still doing your diet, right? I like recreating like takeout type recipes like butter chicken
Cashew
chicken, stuff like that. So get a little creative once in a while if that's going to help you stick with the diet long term.
Number 6 is cheese. And not just like the shredded bag kind of cheese that you get, like, you know, part skim. We're talking quality whole fat cheese. So a lot of grocery stores, Kroger, Publix, Whole Foods, they all have whole fat cheeses. They have quality cheeses. Some even have raw.
Full fat, I think you call
Full
it.
fat. Some even have raw milk cheese. So when we're looking for cheese, we like to make sure that it's either raw or full fat. Those are the two great options that are out there. We have a couple in the fridge. So both of these are raw. This one's from Whole Foods. This one's from a local farm we get stuff at. But you don't have to be intimidated. You don't have to go to a local farm. Groceries will have good full fat raw cheeses or just full fat, but again, just great for snacking, great nutrients, and just very delicious.
So here's the thing, here's why cheese made the cut, because you'll commonly hear people say they're trying dairy free and things like that.
Which is doable.
Which is, you know, that's another thing you could explore for sure.
Yeah.
But the reason cheese is on the list is because this is a beginner list. It's delicious, right? Everyone loves cheese.
Yeah.
It's one of the easiest, most palatable ways to get a nutrient-dense animal food into your diet. So like a lot of people don't want to eat liver, a lot of people don't like seafood, salmon, things like that. So cheese is a good alternative. It's loaded with fat-soluble vitamins and it tastes really good. Mm-hmm. So that's why I would say if you're getting good quality, I like to look for raw milk aged cheeses.
Yep.
High quality cheeses, definitely top 10. Number 7, fermented veggies and even fermented animal products.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It has probiotics. I like to have fermented veggies as opposed to like raw veggies because it's like pre-digested a little bit and it just seems to digest better for me. Plus there's all the good probiotics and stuff in it. This is homemade kefir that I make. So this is just fermented milk. Widely available in stores is going to be maybe this. Maybe you won't find this in stores. We find it in our local stores. It's a coconut milk kefir. You got sauerkraut, which is one of my faves. Now, I don't think we have any kimchi in here. We just have sauerkraut right now. But yeah, we have a few kinds of sauerkraut, but my favorite is actually kimchi because it's more spicy and just more delicious. Another fermented food you're probably more familiar with is yogurt. You can make that at home. It's kind of tough to find low-carb yogurt in stores, although there is a few brands.
So number 8 is fat bombs. And there's 2 parts to this that I think is great. Number 1 is that they're delicious for the most part. Number 2 is that they are high in fat. Something that a lot of us starting out especially struggle to do, to get all that fat in. So if you can do that twofold, sweet craving, high fat, and you're also really full from it, then that's a plus plus. So fat bombs. We like to store our fat bombs in the freezer and we only have 2 left over. It's just dark chocolate and some duck fat. I'll have like 1 or 2 after dinner and that satisfies me. And then the dark chocolates we do use. So this one is 85%. There's 88% and then we even have the 95%. So you can make fat bombs really easily on stovetop or in the microwave. You just add the fat and the chocolate to a mixing bowl or to a saucepan and just heat it all, and then we just distribute it into a fat bomb mold. Let me show you what a fat bomb mold looks like. It's silicone, so it's easy popping out the fat bombs when you want to grab one. And it has 24, so you can make a lot of them, and they're really small, so just quick bite-size fat bomb treats. And you don't have to keep your fat bombs really simple like we do. You can do nut butter, so almond butter, peanut butter, sunflower butter if you're allergic to nuts, macadamia nuts, pecans to them for a crunch, some coconut flakes. There's a lot of ways you can go with your fat bombs. Just have fun.
Some people though will say, and I do agree with this, the downside of fat bombs is you're making a very calorie dense food very palatable.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's sort of the anti-diet, right? You don't want very calorie dense foods to taste really good. So you just eat a ton of them. But But when you're first starting out, it's great for adding fats to your diet because most people that start keto, they're low in fats to begin with. So a more palatable way to add some fats could be a good thing. Number 9 is going to be red meat, ruminant animals, because in the United States in particular, those are the easiest to get of high quality. They're more nutrient dense and they're typically a higher percentage of fat than poultry and fish and things like that, and things that we're eating more of. Like most people eat mostly chicken.
Yeah.
But if you get like 80-20 ground beef, a ribeye steak, those are typically about 50-50 as far as calories from protein versus calories from fat go. So that could be good to start. Like if you're just always eating chicken, if you start eating red meat, that will just automatically correct your macros to be higher fat.
So number 10 is veggies and berries and then avocado. I think this is very circumstantial, but it could be very beneficial to your diet if you find that consuming those things makes it easier to stick to keto, to use as a vehicle to take in some fats. Like I like doing berries drizzled with some nut butter. Or if you're eating a salad, just making sure you're getting some good olive oil dressing, some eggs, some bacon, some chicken in there.
So yeah, I think with veggies, the main benefit of them is they're absorbent. They'll absorb like a lot of fat, like broccoli and butter. That's just like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
So that's an easy way when you're first starting to add fat to your diet. And that's pretty much it. That's a list of 10.
If you have anything else that you think should be added to the list, comment below. Don't forget. And if you think we added something that shouldn't even be on the list, like what's an example?
I mean, most
like
people
pizza.
probably don't think mug cake should be on the list.
Or pizza. But again, this is for the beginners. Like if you're a veteran out there, like think about when you started. Think about where you were. A lot of people will benefit from these top 10, I think.
A balance of nutrition and sustainability, which I think is key for success long term.
All right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.